Spread your wings and fly, go!
Yo, what is going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again, and today we are here for Kamen. We're here for Zenkaiger episode 39. Now this episode is still another silly episode. It's basically a part 2 to the last episode where we had two Toji Tendo show up at the same time. We had Bond World, he's out, so now we're taking on New Year's World. The New Year's World, he basically has a special power to where he makes you think that it's New Year's Eve, and it basically makes you not want to fight him. Through a portion of this episode, he's using that power on the Zenkaiger and Tukaiser to basically stop them from trying to attack him. Basically trying to attack him, and it's also affecting a lot of other people in the city, where a lot of people think it's New Year's, but in actuality it's still Christmas time. And it's also Kaito's birthday. He is 21. So throughout the episode, they're trying to figure out how to basically end up defeating him. And so what they did was they basically, whenever they saw him, he would hit his gong, and his gong would set off his power and set off a transition where we get our main cast who are wishing us Happy New Year. And so what they do is they basically decide that every time we go fight him, before he hits his gong, we're just gonna straight out full on attack him. And yeah, they basically do, and that's what they do. They go off and they basically just overkill fight him. They're throwing everything at him at every point, in every angle. They're throwing everything they got at him. We see a return of a lot of different Zords. We see all three of we see all three of all of our Zords, and we see our main Zords, Juran Gaon and Majin of Varum, and we also see Ricky and Katana, both the Ricky and Katana variants of two Kaisers Megazords. So it was awesome. So they ended up defeating him with Stacy trying to help New Year's World, and they overall ended up defeating New Year's World. But throughout the episode, we actually do see that for some reason Ichidude and Hakaiser are gone. They are gone. They're not in this episode at all. And we see that Stacy goes to go talk to Bokuwas and Gigi, and they basically tell him that he's working on something very important, and it's something that's that's going to be very, 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 very powerful later. So yeah, so Stacy leaves and he goes off to take on the basically trying to figure out where Hakaiser and Ichidude is. And that's when Gigi flies in, and I keep forgetting how big this bird is. I keep forgetting how big Gigi is when he's like standing like next to someone, because Bokuwas is already huge, and then Gigi's just he's a big purple bird. And Gigi and Bokuwas they told Stacy and Barashitara that they should just not worry about Ichidude and Hakaiser and just focus on their usual duties. But after that, we see Stacy talking to Gigi after Gigi tells him that he's like, oh, they're both in the hangar, but you can take a peek if you want, but you might want to say you still want think about your future with a Toji Tendo. So yeah, but we don't see Stacy go off and actually go find Ichidude and Hakaiser. He actually does go back and try and help New Year's World when it came down to fighting that and stuff like that. But other than that though, this is a silly episode. Next week's episode seems like it's going to be a very, very serious one. It's going to really involve Hakaiser this time. He comes back. I think he's a little bit more serious now. He's a more serious character now, and he also has like a long black cape and stuff now. And by the end of the mecha fight, we see that this big kaiju reptile, like just huge mech, comes down, and it looks like Ichidude has made Hakaiser a mech of his own. Now this mech looks absolutely awesome. This thing is huge. It looks fierce, it looks ferocious and all of that. And it's this big giant just robot. big giant, just dragon dinosaur looking thing. And we see that in next week's episode, the Hekkaiser is going to come back, and he's going to be a lot stronger. This seems like it's going to be this might be a last-ditch effort in trying to save Kaito's dad this time, and trying to get him out of that whole Hekkaiser thing he got going on. But I don't know what these upgrades entail. We don't know what these upgrades are, and we see it seems like it's going to be a lot tougher into bringing Hekkaiser down and getting Kaito's dad back. But other than that, though, guys, that was this week's episode. You guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? You guys let me know, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Remember, stay henshined.